Oh, do I have a fountain for you today? And you know how I make so many, which brings in thousands of hummingbirds because they have plenty of food here, and a lot of the bird baths I make for them, which is important for them. And I make it out of so many different items I have around here. They could be a bowl, something you find in your kitchen cupboard. But today, you're going to see something exciting, something you've never seen before. I've used cups. It can be any cup. They can be all different colors. I love getting the blue cups because you can get them from Walmart and Target and all the different stores for what, 50 cents? And the hummingbirds, they absolutely love it. So it could be blue, it could be red, but I'm telling you, this is, whoa, what is this? That's not a cup. What do you think that is? What is that red thing that bird is taking a bath in? And they love it. And look, they come in black. And let me tell you something. They come in all different colors. You don't even have to alter it. All you have to do is stick it in your pump and you've got it going. Well, a couple little things we've got to do and I'm going to show you. But let me tell you, I've been putting it on my fountains and the birds come in and just take baths all day. They drink, they splash, they have so much fun. And you are going to have a blast when you set up yours because all you need is this thing, which is what? A funnel. And it's going to bring the hummingbirds. And oh, it will bring more than hummingbirds because look at this. This is an oriole. And yep, it is big enough for them too, if you use the larger one, because let me tell you something. A lot of times you buy a set for $1 and you have 3 sizes and you are going to pick out the size that you want to use. So you want to use a little one, use a little one. Medium, fine. Oh, a mockingbird came in. He wanted to take a bath too. Use whatever size you want, or hey, why not make a few fountains? After all, you've got enough funnels. Well, let's get in how to make this because I think you're going to have a blast since it's so easy to put together. And this little guy is so wet with this fountain. I hope he can fly. Oh, he can. So this is how we're going to make our bubbler for our bird bath, our water fountain. All we'll need is some large straws, jumbo straws is what they call them. And you can get them at almost any store, party store, grocery stores, everybody's got them, and some funnels. Funnels cost like $1 for a set of 3 and 4. It's amazing how cheap you can find these and what we're going to do with them. Now, the jumbo straws work really good, but I'm going to show you all kinds of tips and tricks if they don't fit for you, how we're going to make them fit, and color doesn't matter. Is that not beautiful? You got your bubbler, but now we still have to attach it to something. But look at this. I got a set of 4 reds for less than $1, so keep an eye out during the holidays because the colors can change. Now here is a pet fountain, though you can use any reservoir or any pump you want. Remember, we can use a USB or we can use a solar fountain kit. But when I get these pet fountains, sometimes they're like $15 and you've got the whole thing. You've got the plate, you've got the reservoir, your container, everything. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to get the straw to fit the pump. Now, when the straw is too loose, cut some of these pieces and put them on and cut as many as you need. Sometimes 1 works, sometimes 2, and if you have to add in more, you add in more. See, I only needed 1 piece. It slipped on and it made it fit nice and snug. Now that straw is going to hold on great. Look at that. We're almost done, but we have so much more little tweaks we're going to do to this to make it work really good. Now, I use my power unit, you don't have to, for my soldering iron because I carry it all over the yard, but I still use it on the table in the house because I can just flip the switch and turn it off. But you can plug it into an outlet. And I use a melamine plate or a ceramic plate to hold my soldering iron. Now, I'm warming up my soldering iron and we're going to make some holes. Now, you know how I love my soldering iron because I can make holes in my garden containers as well as my fountains when needed. We want to make sure that the water that gets on that tray is going to go back inside the reservoir. So just make a bunch of holes, and if you do it from the back side, they're always smooth on the other side. Just a little tip. Now we're going to fill the reservoir with water and we're going to test it. See, the holes are going to make sure the water goes into the reservoir. Now we're going to plug in the USB because there's no sun in the house, so I can't use a solar fountain kit. We're going to plug it in and there it goes. But do you see an issue? It's not that big of an issue, but it is for me. I want that water to fill the cup. I want the funnel to fill. So now we're going to unplug it and we're going to fix that. Now remember how we made the little pieces of straw to fit onto the pump? We made it thicker so the straw would slip on and be real snug. Well, we're going to do the same thing in the center of that funnel. We're going to make some slits on pieces of straws, and we're going to slide it down. It doesn't have to attach itself to the pump inside, but we're going to fill the space up where the straw is a little bit slim for the funnel. This way, if all works out, we'll be able to fill it up. I'm just pushing it down here so it is nice and snug, and I'm going to get another one on, and I'm going to slip it over the other piece that I put on and build up the hole. So the hole is a little bit thicker, covered with straw. So now we got a thick piece of straw there. Look at this. Let's see what happens. Is it going to go up? Yes, it is. The funnel is now filling with water. It's not really watertight, but the thing is, it's going to fill quicker than it's going to try to go down that space. And that's what we want. And there it goes. We now have water filling the funnel. Our bubbler is working great, but I got to get that tag off because the water's hitting it. It's going to run off the side. That we can just cut off with the scissors. Doesn't that look great? Now we've got the water going from the funnel, our bubbler, back into the unit. Now remember, you can sit this in a fancy basket or beautiful bowl, anything you want. Make a planter and sit it in, and it will just look so stunning wherever you're going to set it out. But what if you don't want such a big funnel? And what if you wanted to use a smaller one? Well, let's say the smaller one didn't fit. You couldn't get the straw in it. We can fix that too. See, the straw, the jumbo straw won't go in. And we need that jumbo straw because that one connects to the pump, which is very important. So I can take my hot soldering iron, make some holes. I'm kind of estimating where to do this. And I'm going to break it off or cut it off. Now, I can't use a scissors because the funnels are a hard plastic, but the soldering iron will take it right off for me. And then I can just clean it up a little bit and I can get my straw in there. And it's a very easy job when you have a soldering iron. Now, because we use the smaller funnel, I don't have to build the hole up in the center where the straw went through. And look at that. We now have a smaller funnel on this one, so we know there's not going to be any overspill or splash. And it's going to go straight down onto the tray and back into the fountain container underneath. And we have endless water running, and that's all there was to it. Now remember, you can hook this up to a solar fountain kit pump. Now all we have to do is cut it because we don't want the straw to stick up in the air. We want it to look like a beautiful flowing bubbler. So now we're just going to cut it with the scissors, and that is it. Of course, you can use a red straw. I'm using a blue straw here so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm plugging it back into my USB power bank. I love those. They run for days. And now it's almost ready to go outside. Now there is another thing we can do. It's up to you, but I'm going to show you because I love giving you tips and tricks and ideas because who knows what you'll be using. I'm going to take my hot soldering iron and I'm going to make a couple little notches in there. Now why would I do that? Because it looked like it was flowing good. I want to direct the water. I'm in control of my fountain, not the fountain controlling itself. So with those notches, I know when the water comes to the top, it's going to dribble down the 4 openings there first. And let's see what it looks like. Now there'll be less splash to go out, and the water will be directed to those 4 notches. See that? Is that not cool? I think that's going to work fantastic. And we're ready to set this up. Now remember, you can use any type of cat fountain, pet fountain, dog fountain, or solar fountain kit. You've seen all my videos. Let's get this thing outside. So the main point I want to make here is if you don't have hummingbirds, either they left or you just don't have them. This is loved by all the birds. Scrub jays, goldfinches have come in, and especially if there's a little tray, some birds will get on the bottom and splash. Here I set my pet fountain in a bowl from Dollar Tree. This is for all of nature, all of your birds there. It's an easy fountain to put together. All you have to get is a funnel, and funnels come in so many colors, and when the seasons come, they make colors for the season and the holidays. Check around, and even if you're not building something now, you might want to pick up a special funnel to put together in the spring when the birds start to come even more. But look at this hummingbird. He's skimming along the top like it's a swimming pool, as the other one is taking his time and just splashing around. They love this. They can sit on the edge. You don't have to do anything, though they will fight over it. Remember, Dollar Tree carries them in a set of 3, and they have white and usually black. You can't get any cheaper than that. You've got a bubbler ready to go. All you need is a fountain pump. and then all the birds will come. And this is a completely different setup, and we can get into this at any time, but the birds absolutely love it. And there's the white funnel from Dollar Tree, and the hummingbirds too have such joy coming to a bubbler. It's shallow enough, especially if you toss in some rocks that you can find anywhere. Go take a walk in the park, or get some fresh air on a hillside and take a walk. Pick up some rocks and wash them up, and then just put them inside the funnel. Don't block your straw, and the birds will come, bathe, and have the most fun on your deck, patio, or garden. And that's all you need is a funnel and a pump and any reservoir of your choice. You can't get easier than that. That's fabric that's on there. I didn't even paint it, but I did put some flowers and flower pots around. And you can really deck this thing out. I've been using it around the garden and on my deck, anywhere I have fountains out for the birds, and they've all really enjoyed it. Now you can always find the different pumps I use in the description underneath the video. Some of them are the solar ones that come with the panel, and the other ones are the ones that have a USB plug, which we can use a power bank with. If you don't have a lot of sun or you want to sit it in the shade, the power bank has been a dream to use, and it will run for days. I buy a 20,000 unit, but you can use a 10,000 unit too. And this is just too funny. Those poor house finches were taking a bath, and the oriole decided to take it over. This is how much they love the funnels. So we're going to get a whole lot more fountains made. Isn't this fun? And I do like the pet fountains because the whole thing is there. You don't have to look for anything, but of course, you can go to the thrift store or look in your cupboards and find a perfect bowl, a perfect plate, and then all you'll need is the funnel and the pump. And you will be in business to make the birds in your area happy, be it hummingbirds or all the other birds you've got too. And remember, they bathe all winter as well. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.